There's two kinds of content in the world. Those who create it to get views, and the kind that creates it to get customers. One of them grows a number, the other grows a business. And from the outside, they look identical, which is exactly why this is so easy to get wrong. Before you know it, you're posting every day, refreshing the numbers and somehow drifting further from the point than when you started. Over the last 3 years, I've gone from 3,000 to over 186,000 followers. Built a company past $5 million a year, almost entirely off of content. And broken down what hundreds of the best founders were actually doing that everybody else was missing. And the whole way through, I kept a list. Every lesson that actually changed my results, written down to the second it clicked. So, in today's video, I'm handing you 3 years of content knowledge in 30 minutes. First one, write for one person. I used to write my content for my audience. This big faceless crowd, and it always came out flat because you can't actually talk to a crowd. You just end up saying safe, generic stuff that offends no one and moves no one forward. So now I pick one person, one real founder I know with a real problem, and I write the whole thing like it's a voice note to him. And here's the weird part. Writing to one person is actually the exact thing that makes thousands of people feel like you're talking to them. Because everyone in your audience is also just one person, sitting alone, looking at their phone. Second, publish before you're ready. The post you're scared to publish because it's not ready yet is usually your best one. Ready is a feeling, and that feeling tends to show up the moment you stop caring, which is also the moment your content gets boring. I've published stuff I thought was rough that outperformed things I polished for 3 days straight. Because done and out in the world beats perfect sitting in your drafts all the time. Your drafts folder isn't a safety net. It's a graveyard for your best ideas. Hit publish before your brain talks you out of it. Third, make content a byproduct of the work you already do. If making content feels like a second job stacked on top of your real one, you've set it up wrong. The founders who post consistently for years aren't grinding out content. They're just documenting the work they're already doing. The client call, the problem you've solved this week, the thing you just figured out, the mistake that costs you money. That's all content. And you already lived it. So stop sitting down to make content. Start treating the work itself as the raw material, and content stops being a burden and it becomes a byproduct. Fourth, boring is the only real mistake. People are terrified of saying the wrong things online. But being wrong isn't what kills you. Being wrong at least gets a reaction, a comment, an argument. It gets attention. The thing that actually kills you is being boring. Because boring gets nothing. No hate, no love, just a silent scroll past. And the algorithm reads silence as nothing. So if you're ever choosing between safe and boring, or sharp and slightly risky, pick risky. The only truly unforgivable thing in content is making someone feel nothing. Fifth, your best content already happened. You just didn't film it yet. The best piece of content you ever made probably already happened. It was that thing you said on a call, that conversation you had at dinner, the way you explained your business to a friend who finally got it. You were sharp, you were real, and nobody was recording. That's the most painful part. Your best stuff comes out when the camera is off, because that's when you're not performing. So the goal isn't to be more creative on camera, it's to start catching the moments where you already are. Sixth, say the thing everyone's thinking but won't post. There's always a thing in your space that everyone believes but nobody says it out loud. The quiet truth, the one people only admit in your DMs, that's your content. The second you say the thing everyone's thinking but is too scared to post, two things happen at once. The people who agreed feel like you read their mind, and the people who don't get loud in your comments. Both of those grow you as a person, your brand. Playing it safe doesn't protect you. It just makes you forgettable. Say the quiet part. Seventh, document more than you create. Creating is sitting down and trying to invent something clever out of nothing. Documenting is just showing what you already do. One is exhausting and runs dry fast. The other is basically endless because you work and your life keeps producing material all the fucking time. Whether you feel inspired or not, the founders who never run out of content aren't more creative. They just document way more than you create. Point the camera at work, not your imagination. 8, you have to niche down until it actually scares you, until you catch yourself thinking, wait, am I cutting out too many people here? That little spike of fear is the signal you've finally gone far enough, because a niche that feels safe is a niche that's still too broad. Narrow it until it's tiny by terrifying. That's exactly where the money is, on the other side of the part that scares you. 9th, if you're not sick of saying it, they haven't heard it yet. You're going to get bored of your own message long before your audience does. You'll have said the same thing 50 times and it feels like a broken record, while 95% of the people you want to reach haven't actually heard it once. And that's the trap. The second you get bored, you switch messages. You start over from zero. Nik's been saying, just do it, since 1988. Your boredom is irrelevant. If you're sick of saying it, that usually means it finally is about to land. 10th, one idea proposed. The fastest way to make a post actually land is to cut it down to a single idea. Most people cram 3 or 4 points into one piece because they're scared of leaving something out. But the more ideas you stack, the less any of them sticks. One post, one idea, one thing you want them to walk away remembering. Quick test, if you can't say what the post is about in one sentence, it's not a post, it's 2. Give the second idea its own moment. 11, intention decides result. 2 people can post the exact same words and get completely different outcomes. It's not the algorithm, it's the intention underneath. If your post looks smart, people feel it. If your post actually helps one specific person, people feel that too. The camera picks up way more than your words. It picks up why you're really there. That intention, that's the one layer nobody can fake and no machine can copy. Fix your intention first and most of the rest sorts itself out. 12, a repeatable format beats a lucky hit. Everyone's chasing the one viral video, but a single lucky hit doesn't build a business because you can't repeat luck and you can't predict it. What actually compounds is a format. A structure you can run again and again that reliably grows based on decent numbers. Is that less exciting than going viral? Yes. But a format that does fine every single week will beat a viral moment you never managed to recreate. Build the machine, not the lottery ticket. 13th, reach without trust is just noise. Big numbers feel incredible. A post crossing 1 million views, the follower count climbing. But reach without trust is just noise because views don't buy anything. People who believe you do. I'd take 1,000 people who actually trust me over 100,000 people who just scroll past something mildly entertaining. One of them grows a business, the other one grows your ego. Chase the trust and let the reach be the side effect of it. 14th, sell to buyers, not followers. There's a real difference between a follower and a buyer, and most people build the wrong one. Followers want to be entertained. Buyers want a problem to be solved. When you make content for followers, you grow a big audience that never spends a cent. When you make content for buyers, you might grow slower, but the people who show up actually reach for their card. Stop optimizing for applause. Optimize for the person who's ready to pay you. 15th, show, don't explain. Telling people you're good at something is weak. Showing them is undeniable. Don't say I'm the greatest strategist. Walk them through how you actually solve their problem. And on camera, just for free, super simple. When you show the work, people draw their own conclusions. And a conclusion someone reaches themselves is 10 times stronger than one you handed them. Proof beats claim all the time, always. So stop describing how good you are and just start being genuinely useful to the public. 16th, talk to customers more than cameras. If your content is not landing, it's actually not a content problem. It's that you're drifting away from the people you're actually talking to. The best stuff I make comes straight out of conversations with real clients. Their exact words, their fears, their objections. So I talk to customers more than I talk to cameras, and you should do the exact same thing. One honest conversation will hand you better hooks than a month of staring at a content calendar. The camera is just there to repeat exactly what you've already heard. 17th, someone decides to buy long before they tell you. The moment someone fills out your form is the moment they decided. they decided weeks ago is something you don't actually understand. Watching your stuff quietly, never liking, never commenting, just deciding. By the time they finally reach out, the selling's already done. That's why you can't judge your content by the comments. The real work happens in silence, inside people you never even see until they show up ready to pay. You're not building an audience, you're slowly building a decision inside somebody's head. 18th, change one belief per post. Good content doesn't hand people information. It changes a belief. Information is free. We all know. Everyone already has it. What people are actually stuck on is what they believe. So your post should take one belief that they hold and shift it a little. You think you need more followers. You actually need more trust. That's the whole move. One belief, one shift. Do that consistently and trust me, people don't follow you. They start to seeing the world through your frame. And whoever owns the frame owns the sale. 19th, repurpose everything. You don't need more ideas. You need to squeeze the ones you already have. One long video is a week of shorts, 10 posts, an email, a thread, could be a carousel, even a story. But most people make something great once and then move on it like it's messed up. It isn't. Your idea deserves 10 different angles, 10 different ways of crossing it across different formats, because barely anyone caught it the first time anyways. Stop chasing something new. Start wringing out what's already worked. 20th, don't check the numbers for an hour after posting. The hour right after you post is the most dangerous one. You put something out, you refresh, you maybe have 10 views, no likes, and your brain quietly decides it's a flop and that you're bad at this. But early numbers mean basically nothing. Content takes time to find its people, so post it and walk away. Go train, go to a meeting, do anything else than staring at that phone that you have. It doesn't change the result. It just wrecks your confidence and it makes you post. Most likely it makes you scared for the next time you want to post. 21st, don't quit on a bad week. Almost everyone quits on a bad week. A couple of posts flop, the numbers dip, and they decide the whole thing's broken and pull back. But a bad week isn't just a bad week, it's noise, not signal. What we talked about in the beginning. The people who win aren't the most talented in the room. They're the ones who kept posting through the stretch where it all felt completely pointless. Imperfect action creates perfection. 22nd, confidence is a format. People think confidence on camera is some trait you're born with. It's not, it's a format, it's reps. The first 100 videos will feel awful. You hate your voice, you hate your face, you cringe at all of it. And then somewhere around video 200, it just quietly becomes normal. The confident creators you look up to aren't braver than you, trust me. They're just further down the exact road you're scared to start. You don't wait to feel confident, you build it by doing the thing badly until it stops being bad. 23rd, edit on a different way than you shoot all the time. Small workflow thing that changes everything. Don't edit on the same day you film, right after you shoot. Choose it to do it on a different day. You hate everything when you'll do it on the same day. And you'll cut the good parts out of the pure insecurity. Give it a day, come back to it when you're emotionally detached. And suddenly you can see clearly what's actually good, what to keep, what to drop. Separate the creating from the judging, because trying to do both at the same time is how good content quietly dies in the edit. 24th, faces outperform graphics. People don't connect with logos, charts, or clean graphics. They connect with faces. The human face on a screen pulls attention in a way no designed thumbnail ever will, because we're literally wired for it. So if you're hiding behind motion graphics and stock footage and text on a screen, that's a big part of why it feels cold. Put your actual face in it. People buy from people, and they can buy from you if they never really see you or feel you. 25th, confused people don't buy. The second someone gets confused, you've lost the sale. Not because they don't want it, because the confusion feels like risk, and nobody spends more money when they're not even sure about what they're buying. So your job isn't to sound smart, it's to be so fucking clear. A confused person turns into a certain one. Simple words, one idea, an obvious next step. Clarity isn't dumbling things down. Clarity is respecting people's time, and a confused mind always says no. 26th, energy transfers through the screen. Whatever you're feeling when you hit record, the camera catches it and passes it straight to whoever's watching. Tired, boring, going through the motions, they feel it. Everybody will feel it, just like you do now. Even when your words are perfect. And the reverse is true. When you're genuinely fired up about what you're saying, people feel that passion. So don't film when you're flat. Your energy is half the message of what it's supposed to be. People forget what you said way faster than they forgot how you made them feel while watching. 27, lower the production, raise the clarity. Everyone thinks they need a better camera, better lighting, fancier edits, but high production often makes things worse because it starts to look like an ad and people skip on ads instantly based on instinct. Some of my best performing content is just me talking straight to the camera, like I'm doing right now, or talking straight to a phone. Raise the clarity. Put your energy into being understood, not into looking as polished as possible, most people do. A clear message shot on a phone will be a confused message shot on a cinematic camera with an insane amount of production. 28. Trends are rented attention. Jumping on trends feels productive. You get a spike, some views, and maybe it'll hit your dopamine, but trends are rented attention. The moment the trend dies, everything you build on top of it will die with it. And you're right back renting the exact next one. You never actually own anything. You're never building your own message, your own framework, your own thing, because it's way slower, but it's attention you own. Rent if you want a quick hit, but don't confuse renting with building. 29. Rewatch your old stuff. It teaches you more than any course would. The best content you'll ever create will be your older videos. Go back and watch stuff you posted 6 months ago. You see exactly what landed, where you rambled, what you need to do better, what you used to do well and somehow lost. No guru on earth knows your audience as good as you do. Before you buy any course, spend hours studying your own footage. It'll teach you more than anyone selling their exact system or whatever they do. 30th, write ideas down the second they arrive. And an idea you don't just write down, because if you don't write it down, it's gone. In the moment, it feels unforgettable. You think, no, wait, I'll forget this one. And then it vanishes by the time you sit down to create it. The ideas that come up instantly, whether it's in the shower, mid-workout, doesn't matter, halfway through when you're driving. Voice notes, write it down immediately. Because if you don't write it down, the feeling will die and the thought will be completely removed. You'll never be able to get it back. 31st, done teaches more than perfect. A finished, imperfect post teaches you more than a perfect one you'll never publish. Because the finished one comes back with data. It comes back with a signal, with comments, with reality. The perfect one in your drafts teaches you absolutely nothing. It just sits there looking responsible. You learn by shipping, by putting mid videos out there to see what actually happens. Perfectionism feels like a high standard, but most of the things, it's just fear wearing a nicer outfit. Done and out beats perfect all the fucking time. So stop hiding it. 32. One good conversation is a week of content. One good conversation can fuel an entire week of your content. You get on a client call, somebody asks you sharp questions. You explain something in a way that finally clicks for them. And right there, you've got hooks, you've got angles, you've got posts. A whole week of material. The problem is people have these conversations and then they'll forget them. So start treating your conversations as your content pipeline. The best stuff doesn't get invented at a desk. It gets said out loud to be real. The moment you're naturally in a conversation. 33, the machine can copy your output, never your intention. AI can copy your style, your structure, your hooks, your whole output. What it can copy is why you make what you make, the specific reason you care. The scar that made you see the problem the way you see it. That intention is the one thing that's actually yours. And it's the one thing people feel underneath the words, even if you can't name it yourself. So don't compete on output. You'll lose that race. Compete on intention, on the thing only you would say because only you lived it. The machine has everything except a reason. 34, do less. I'll keep this one very short on purpose. Most of you aren't stuck because you're doing too little. You're stuck because you're doing 10 things at the same fucking time. I know people say post volume, but why if you post volume, still nothing is working? You need to know what you're doing, and if you don't, then you do things with intention. And if that takes more time, then that's what the case. Very simple. That's the whole segment. Do less and do it with intention. 35. Post the one that scares you. Out of everything you could post this week, the one thing that scares you a little too much is most likely the thing that is going to do best. Fear means it's real. It means something actually, there's something on the line. A real opinion, a real story, something true about you. The safe posts most likely get ignored because there's nothing at stake in them. There's no intention behind it. So when you've got two options and one of them makes your stomach drop a little bit, that's exactly your answer. Post the one that scared you. That's where all the growth is hiding. 36. Most things don't work. Here's the honest truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Most of your content doesn't work. Most posts flop, most ideas land flat, even for people who are genuinely great at it. The only difference is they kept going because they know the few that do hit will most likely do more and they will cover it up. So stop expecting every post to perform and stop quitting the second they don't. Most things don't work, and that's completely fine. You only need a few of them to succeed.